Hey folks, this is Travis Woodall with Cigar Guitar Company, and talking today. I've got a 3-string cigar box guitar here that I'm getting ready to ship out. It's actually a really nice guitar, maple neck with a Purple Heart fretboard, pearl inlays, pearloid inlays, slapjack tone master pickup, volume control. It's a neat little guitar. And it's ready to go out pretty much, but before I ship it, I wanted to, since I actually do not have a 3-string cigar box guitar in my possession that belongs to me, donated it for the American Cancer Society recently. I am actually wanting to do a quick tutorial on how to get the most out of your 3-string cigar box guitar, and by that I mean by tuning it in a way that will allow you to play it in any key that you want. I think one of the issues that you hear about with cigar box guitars, or one of the things that people maybe find challenging, is that you see a lot of videos where people are playing slide, and that's really great. It's tuned in an open tuning, but when it comes to trying to jam with your friends and play a lot of different songs and a lot of different keys, it can be a little bit difficult, if not impossible, with some of the tunings that I've seen out there. I found a tuning that I think is my favorite. It's pretty much the only way I tune a 3-string cigar box guitar anymore, and I'll share it with you today. It is actually an open tuning, but because of the chord shapes that are available very easily up and down the fretboard, and they're movable chords that will allow you to play any song in just about any key. So start with the tuning. I've got it tuned to an open D, which is actually going to be a 5-1-3 tuning. I've got A, D, and F sharp. That's an open D. But because of the intervals and the way that the tuning works, I'm really given a lot of flexibility with chord shapes. So I'm going to talk about, obviously, your two most popular chords in any song, popular music anyway, is going to be your minor and your major chords. So I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 movable chord shapes that will allow you to play minor and major chords in any key. The first one will be the major chords that we'll go through. And these are the easiest because you've got, obviously, your open tuning is a D. So if you wanted to just bar all 3 strings, anywhere you want, you've got a movable major chord. Okay, open would be your D. You've got E at the 2nd fret, F sharp at the 4th fret, G at the 5th, A at the 7th, and so on and so on. That is about as easy as it gets. But if you're the kind of player that doesn't really get to move up and down the fretboard a lot and isn't comfortable doing that, and you want to stick around, the upper, say just the last, 1 through 5, frets 1 through 5, try this shape here. This is going to be index finger, and I don't have a camera person, so can't zoom in, but I'm going to do index finger, 1st string, 1st fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret. That is a C chord when you're tuned to an open D. And it's movable. There's a D down here too. E, F sharp, G, and so on. So those are 2 major chord shapes. Now the third one that I'm going to show you actually is really a shape that I don't use very often, but in the open position. G obviously is one of the most popular chords in music, so you want to have real easy access to that G and not have to work your way down here or even here to get to it. So if you just take your index finger, 1st fret, 1st string, middle finger or middle string open, This is going to be a G, starting at the bottom. It's a G, D, and then your middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret. That's a B, so that is a G chord, technically, played in what we would consider open position. Now, to move this chord, it's a little trickier, obviously. What you have to do is you have to say if you want to move it down to an A. Or I guess that would be up. Depends on your guitar terminology. But let's say you want to move it up to an A. You're going to bar 2nd fret, middle finger, 1st string, 3rd fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 4th fret. And then you have an A. Okay, so let's just review those real quick. First you've got open, barring all the way across the fretboard. You've got this position here. Middle or index finger, 1st string, middle finger, 1st string, 1st fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret. And you can move it on up and down the fretboard. And then the final one is to bar all the way across the fretboard, middle finger at the 1st string, 1st fret below the bar, and then ring finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret below the bar. Those are 3 major chord shapes that will allow you to really navigate pretty easily around most songs and up and down the fretboard. Now let's talk about minor chords. For minor chords, there are really 2 main shapes that I use. The first one, think about, and what I think is the easiest and most useful, if you think about making an A minor chord on a standard guitar, 6-string guitar, you're using index finger, middle finger, ring finger. This is exactly like you would, the way you would finger or shape an A minor chord on a 6-string guitar. You're just leaving the open strings out. Now, this is not, in this position, is not an A minor chord. I'm just using that as a reference. But the way I'm shaping this, if you can't see, it's index finger, 1st string, 1st fret, middle finger, 2nd or 3rd string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then your ring finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret. Again, middle finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, index finger, 1st string, 1st fret. And again, movable chord. Can take it anywhere on the fretboard. The second minor chord that I'm going to show you, if you remember back to that major chord shape that was shaped like this, with my index finger, first string, 1st fret, middle finger, 2nd string, 2nd fret, ring finger, 3rd string, 3rd fret. In order to make that, that's a C chord right now. In order to make that C chord a minor chord, all I have to do is pick up that middle finger and bar both the bottom 2 strings at the 1st fret. So that's a C chord. Try to get my fingers out of the way so you can see. And that's a C minor chord. And again, movable all the way down the fretboard. That's a D minor. E minor. And then if you want to go from E minor to a G chord, which is a popular progression in music, you can just bar that G right there. I don't have a strap on, so it's wiggling around on me a little bit, but that gives you an idea. Those are the 2, for me, most popular, easiest minor chord shapes that are movable up and down the fretboard. So that gives you 3 good major chord alternatives and 2 good minor chord alternatives, Plus, if you feel like playing some blues, crank up the distortion and the reverb a little bit, or the tremolo, and throw a slide on, and you can play in an open D tuning and get that blues progression without retuning or grabbing another guitar when you guys go into a different song that requires, say, an A tuning. You can just play an A. So that's hopefully a helpful video. But you know, shoot me an email or actually comment on the video. Be the easiest thing to do if you have any questions. But I hope you enjoy and practice a little bit, get used to your guitar in that tuning, and pretty soon you'll be able to impress your friends by playing in any key with a 3-string guitar in an open tuning. Pretty cool. Thanks a lot for watching.